Hello, my crafty friends. Welcome back. Hope everyone's doing great today. And today we'll be having another sewing tutorial, and I'll be showing you how to make this all-in-one book sleeve or iPad sleeve, whatever you want to use it for. An 11-inch iPad fits in here, or if you want to use it for a Bible and a notebook, and then you can put your phone in here and some pens or whatever you want to use it for. It has two big pockets and then some small pockets up front over here, and I'll be showing you how to make that. It's quilted on the back. It's relatively beginner friendly, and I'll show you all the steps of the process so you're able to make one of these for yourself or for your friends. So yeah, let's get to sewing this little all-in-one book sleeve.
The first thing I usually like to do is draw out what I'm going to be making and the measurements for it. I measured a notebook that I would like to fit into this little pocket, the biggest pocket, and that's the measurements I'll do. And then I also drew out my little ruffle. I did two versions for the one of the pockets. I did the bigger version, and then I decided I was going to do smaller little ruffle edge, and then I cut that out, and then I started cutting my fabric. I'm not showing you everything of cutting, but I will show you what I cut. That's for the little flap, two pieces, and batting. Then I have my stabilizer and two pieces of fabric for one of the pockets, and that's an iron-on stabilizer, just one piece. And then the smaller pocket, I have two pieces for that pocket and a iron-on stabilizer with that. And then I have one of the outer pieces, and then a batting piece, and this is for the back side, the batting, and it's a cotton batting, and the outer piece. And then this is the stabilizer. You know how to put it on is one side is grainy and the other side is smooth. The fabric goes onto the grainy side, and you just put it on, and then you put your iron to it, and just move the iron around a little bit. You'll see me do that here. Just put it on and stick it on. Just make sure that you don't get your iron on to the grainy part, because then there will be like leftover residue that will be forever hard to get off the iron. So either cut it directly to the size or a little bit smaller than your fabric so you don't ruin your iron. You can put your iron to the back side of it, to the smooth part, but you don't even have to do that if you just keep your iron on the it goes on with just doing the front. And then I put the stabilizer on the other piece, and I'm just doing this on one of the fabrics, not both of the fabrics. Then, as you can see on here, I already drew out the ruffle edge on the piece that doesn't have the stabilizer. And in that corner, I'm just showing myself outlining my little ruffle edge that I cut out. And I put the two fabrics together, pretty side to pretty side. So the stabilizer will be on the outside and one piece of the fabric. I put those two pieces together, and then I put the other pocket. This is going to be the front smaller pocket, and I draw out the line that I want on it on the side that doesn't have the stabilizer, and pin those together. And then the other last one is for the flap, and then I get my string on my bobbin and I start sewing. This is for the little flap. I sew that first, and you don't have to cut out the actual flat part, it's easier if you just leave your fabric in a rectangle. And then I cut out, I sew the pocket for the front, just that diagonal line. And then I'm going to sew the little ruffle edge for the other pocket. This is for the bigger pocket with the ruffle edge. And for this, I made my stitch smaller, so I put it between 1 and 2, closer to 1. And you just kind of have to go very slow, even though the video is going fast. I was going very slow and just like lifting the needle where I needed to and moving it around as much as you need to get those curves properly. And then once you have everything sewed, this is what I have, the 3 pieces. I start cutting everything out. Cut out the little flap, and then I cut out the diagonal line. I just cut diagonally by the line I sewed. And then I got my little tiny scissors to cut all the little ruffle edge. I tried to do it with the big ones, but the tiny ones was more precise because you want to get all the little corners and you want to get close enough but not too close for this part. So that's how it looks after it's all cut out. But now I have to turn it right side out. And I started by just poking all of them out, all the little grooves. I poked them out and I was just like messing around with them to get them all out. I tried putting an iron to it and everything like that. But ultimately, I this was very difficult for me, and I decided to pivot and go to my other design. I decided not to mess around with this one, and I like the little wavy one that I ended up with, which is what I'll do here. So I just set that fabric aside and cut out 2 new pieces of fabric for the pocket and 1 piece of stabilizer. And I'll have the sizes of the pockets and of the piece and everything down in the description box. So I cut out the 2 new pieces and the stabilizer, and I followed the same process. But then I drew on this other just little wavy groovy line, so it was just a bigger ruffle, basically, and it was much more easier to manage. I did the same thing. I just went slowly with my sewing machine and sewed that on, then cut it out, poked it out with my little pointy things, and ironed it out, as you'll see me do. And I was very satisfied with how this looked. Now for the other pocket, I just ironed it down. I first ironed down the edges, and then I folded it over and ironed it. And then on this one, I put a top stitch along the top of the edge. I cut off any extra little fabric that I might have had. The width was supposed to be 9.5 inches, and there was a little bit extra. So I have that, and this is how it's going to look on top of the book sleeve. But first, I drew out the lines for my pens, pencils, and highlighters, the little slots for that. And then for my phone, I just used my phone case to measure that to make sure my phone would fit. And I drew the line for that. And then what you're going to do is pin these 2 fabrics together. And this is going to be the outside of your project. And you're just going to sew a straight stitch on those lines that you drew. And I drew that with a heat erasable pen, so after that I just put an iron to it and they come right off. The next step is attaching the one of the outer layers, these pockets, to one of the outer layers. So to create that big pocket, basically, we have created the small pockets, and then we're gonna sew just straight stitches to create that big pocket with the one that has the little wavy edge. Next is the back side of the book sleeve, and I decided that I'm gonna do this quilted. I'm gonna do a quilted design on it. So I have that cotton batting, I set that aside, and I draw on lines for my quilting pattern, and then I put the back piece on top of the batting, and I sew my quilting lines. Then I remember I have this flat piece that I set aside and I haven't turned it right side out. I turn that right side out and just smooth it down. You can iron it down and to make it flat. And then I remembered that I needed 2 more pieces of fabric for the liner, which I forgot to cut. And this is going to be the same size as the outer piece of the book sleeve. So I cut them to match the outer pieces, one of the flowery pattern and one of that green pattern. And then I put pretty side to pretty side the 2 green ones, and pretty side to pretty side the pockets that are attached with the other florally piece. And then on that green one, I insert the little flap that's going to be holding your stuff in on with the book sleeve. And then I put the little clips on it and I just sew a stitch on top to attach the 2 pieces of fabric together. So on top of both of these, just like as I'm showing you. This is what you have now. You have the green one with the little flap and the one with the pockets. What your next step is going to be is laying out one of those flat, and then laying the other one on top. So pretty side to pretty side, liner to liner, and outer pieces to outer pieces. So the pocket goes on the piece with the pockets, the side with the pockets goes on top of the side where you have the quilted the quilted outer piece, and then the 2 plain liner pieces go together, and I just clip that all around. And after I get it clipped, I sew all around, leaving a little gap in the liner. The bottom of the liner, I leave a gap there. Otherwise, I sew all around. And I do 2 rounds of it just so it's more sturdy. You don't have to, but I do that. Now you have your book sleeve sewn together, and what I do next is just cut all the corners, and I cut them at an angle so they're not bulky, and then I cut off also any other extra fabric that I see. If I did the if I gave too much seam allowance, I just cut it there, and then I turn it right side out. So that gap that you left, you use it to turn your book sleeve right side out. and you just move it around and make sure that you poke all the corners out. And your pockets, don't freak out, just you got to turn them right side out also. And I freaked out for a little bit, but this is how it's going to look once you have everything poked out and turned right side out. The next step is going to be to insert your liner into the inside. Just put it in there and line up your stitches across the edge. Just make sure that your seam goes right on top of the edge, and do a top stitch all around the book sleeve to basically stitch that liner down and give it a finished look. And then once you see that everything looks fine and you're satisfied with everything, you can sew the straight stitch across your liner where that gap was to close that gap, and then put your liner back inside of the book sleeve. The last step that I did was attaching the little button snap to the flap and to the other piece so it closes shut. So if you have anything in that biggest pocket, it'll hold it in there once you snap it shut. And I have this little handy dandy little tool where you just put the little clips in there, and you basically close it together, and it creates a little, like, the little clips, they go inside of the fabric and grab onto it, and you don't have to like cut anything out. The little tool does everything for you. I do like to like secure it in place by either tapping it down or anything like that to make sure that's going to be holding there, because this isn't the most sturdy little tool, but I like the look of it and the ease of it. But that flat piece, the little closure piece, it is completely optional, and you don't even have to include that in the project. I just wanted to add that on to keep things secure. And this is how it looks at the end. My favorite part is probably the little edge with the little squiggle line. I love that. I love that I did the diagonal pocket for the pens and the phone and stuff. And you can fit quite a few things in here. You can fit an iPad into that big pocket. You can fit your phone, a notebook. You can do a book and a notebook, or your calendar book, or whatever you like. But overall, I'd say this is a very handy little thing to have. And I hope you did learn how to make it with this tutorial. Let me know down below if you have any comments, suggestions, or if you need better explanations or anything like that. But I do appreciate you taking the time to watch and learning with me. I do hope this was useful for you. If you could consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and all that good stuff, it would very much help me out. See y'all again for the next one. Bye bye.